Hello, it's Ruby, and today I'm going to be sharing another study with me with you. I'm currently on Easter holidays, and I started the day by writing a to-do list, of course. I just wrote this in feather quill and ink today on some nice paper. The first thing I did before getting started with any actual work was to finish writing a letter. I had written the first half yesterday, and I wanted to post this morning. And I really like decorating the envelopes when I post letters, so I tore off part of an article from this New Yorker magazine, and I also used this stamp and also a sealing stamp from Note and Wish. Then I got on to doing some actual work, and I was just planning a summative essay which I have due at the end of this month. So I made a mind map and an initial plan. And then I had a call about something to do with my business, Pumpkin Productivity, and I did some more planning for the essay. So I wrote an essay overview and bullet pointed the key things I was going to talk about in each one of my paragraphs. When I got back, I got myself some tea. I love to have tea out of my silver teapot. Most days, I just really love the ritual and act of drinking from a teacup and drinking loose leaf tea. So I was having a gunpowder green tea this day. And whilst I drank that, I did some journaling. Fun fact as well, I have kept a journal very consistently pretty much every day since I was 15, and I always write from my Parker fountain pen. It's the pen I have consistently used for all of my diaries since I was 15. I just really love writing with fountain pen. So I have been reading this book, Dead Famous by Greg Jenner, which is fantastic. This book is a history of celebrity. It's very accessible, very funny and amusing, with some great, really niche specific examples of celebrity going back to the 1700s. It's a book I've been reading alongside a few other books, and I've been reading it for about 2 weeks now, and I wanted to sit down and finish the book, so that's what I did here whilst I finished that tea. And once I had finished the book, I went through and wrote up the notes of things that I just jotted down whilst I was reading. So I just used a pencil to underline key things that I wanted to add into my timeline. As if you didn't know, I keep a timeline of interesting historical events, so I can have all that research in one place. I next headed downstairs to do some studying just for a change of location. And I got myself some more tea. At the moment I am drinking the mulled wine tea from Whittards, which yes, is a Christmas tea and one of my absolute favourites. And whilst I was working, I was listening to a record on my dad's record player, so I was listening to The Water Suites by Handel, and I also listened to some Tchaikovsky. If you're wondering, in these clips I was reading a book. It was an ebook, it was a digital book that my lecturer had recommended to me for my essay, and I did end up reading the whole thing because I was going to use this scholar's argument at the very basis of my essay, so I just wanted to make sure I didn't miss anything, and I was fully well versed in what he was saying. The book I was reading was On the Sacred by Gordon Lynch, which offers a really interesting insight into the role of the sacred in the modern world, which actually as a concept isn't spoken about that much. And Lynch says that this is because it doesn't fit neatly into a category. It's not quite theology, quite philosophy, quite sociology, and so very little has actually been written on defining it. The thing I really liked about this book was how he considered the sacred in relation to events in the early 2000s and gave very specific examples to show how relevant his thinking and this idea is in the present day. Then I headed back up to my bedroom to do some more work. It had turned really rainy by this time, which I was very much enjoying, and again I was working on this essay. So I did some extra bits of research and planned out a whole one of my paragraphs, so I was very, very happy with that. I did a little bit more work, only a little bit, in the evening, but I didn't film that, so I am going to round up this vlog here and say thank you so much for watching, and that I hope that you have a productive week.